How we doing, guys? Daniel Swartz here from Wisconsin. You ever notice how there are so many people with it's seemingly ingrained anger and resentment um, against authority figures, even good and fair authority figures? You ever wonder where that anger, bitterness, and resentment comes from? Why there's such a large segment of Americans today who carry this resentment towards authority figures. You got kids with attitudes against the parents and the teachers in school, and people who just really resent cops. I don't think they resent the cops as much as they resent what the cops represent. The cops represent kind of like ultimate authority in our country, and there's such a large segment of people who are resentful of that authority. I have an opinion on where that resentment and bitterness originates from. It's just my opinion from my observances. I'm no expert in these kinds of things. A lot of the resentful people, they felt neglected by their parents. And that might sound weird because a lot of these people had their parents do everything for them. Paid for their college, housed them, clothed them, had them enrolled in their sport or whatever extracurricular activities of choice that cost money and time and effort. And seemingly on the surface, a lot of these modern kids are well parented. It looks that way because just look at the surface things and you see you got a house to stay in, you got plenty of food and snacks, you get to eat your favorite foods at home, you get to buy your favorite shoes, you get to be enrolled in one, maybe even 2 or 3 sports, depending. Even if you have a really big family, everybody gets to be enrolled in a sport or get to play or get some kind of extracurricular activity, like be part of a band or a choir or something like that. And the parents are bending over backwards to make the kids happy. Well, why are so many of those kids resentful of authority? Because the parents did the surface things that they're told that they should do for their children, but they did not instill good moral values. When it comes to personal development, a lot of these kids are stunted because the father, let's just put it on the fathers. Yes, the mother is important, but for this kind of leadership, it is the fathers. So many fathers are not fulfilling their leadership role. A lot of them might want to, but by our society, our modern United States of American society has made good they have made good fatherly, stumbling over that word is not a hard word. They have made good fatherly leadership to be seen as something evil. Dads are supposed to be all love, all tolerance, all leadership, all provision, with none of the discipline. Zero discipline. That's what our modern society tells us a good man needs to be. I'll say it again. He needs to be a provider. He needs to be patient, loving. I forgot the fourth one already. But he's not allowed to have that authority of discipline and being able to say no, because then you're a bad dad. That is what's missing in our society right now. That leadership role of a father has been stripped from fathers, or at least it makes the fathers who still fulfill that role, a lot of people are nervous to do that in public because of the way our laws are. They are afraid of how people are going to view them as being overbearing, too patriarchal. Being a patriarch is not a bad thing unless you are an evil, overbearing, egotistical, maniacal, what's the other one people like to use? Not sadistic, narcissistic patriarch. It's not being a patriarch that's bad. It's how you are a patriarch. So if that would come back at a high level, we would again be raising extremely respectful people. But that's just my opinion. This is just my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't think I am, because of the things I observe. You can have even people who you might think the dad is too harsh. The kids that come out of those, a dad who shows his love but possibly is too harsh, those kids seem to turn out better than the kids who receive only love and none of the discipline. So if these kids only received loving, patient, enduring kindness, why then are they so resentful? Why are people so resentful even if they receive no harshness? But it's because your heart knows and yearns. There's a part of your soul that knows what you need, even if you push back when you're being taught. And you recognize when the authority in your life didn't provide you with what you needed, with a good fatherly leadership and teaching you discipline, teaching you how to discipline yourself, teaching you that you can't have everything you ask for. Sometimes, you can't just have it all given to you just because you ask. This kind of thing, I think, your heart yearns for that kind of teaching. Whether or not your brain wants it in the moment, it might suck, especially when you're a kid. But then, that's what's missing, I think, to why the spoiled generation is so damn resentful of authority. Not because authority is overstepping its bounds, but because authority is doing too little. And their heart yearns for that kind and stern and that loving figure who is not afraid to put you in your place when you need it. Anyway, appreciate y'all feedback. It's just some ramblings of a working man. Y'all have a good and God blessed day.